So guys, in today's video, I'm actually gonna give you something concrete. You can actually see where the mistakes are made and recognize your own mistakes. In this video, we're going to take a look at and, better yourself by watching this. Specifically, silver players and up to plat, I would say this is for, or down to bronze, because I think these are the people that mostly commit these mistakes. But the video we're looking at is a silver player. I think you will find a lot of value in this, and we're first gonna look, because this is a Reddit post I found it on. It's a Reddit user that says, okay, so we decided to play his placement with a friend. Then the game started out fine, then went to an absolute garbage at around 9 PM. He got diamond something, I got silver. The last two games in particular, it was my fault we lost, according to the team. I would make a comment here and say, you should always look at it like it's your fault you lost, because you're the only person you can control. I just want to say that it doesn't matter, it doesn't help to blame anyone, and if anyone tells you, just mute them, okay? So we're gonna look at this game. He says, game was going great until round 3, where the tank started calling me retarded trash who should uninstall, and that I don't deserve to win, and that the loss is on me, and that I'm terrible for having less healing than a mercy and less healing than the tank's damage. That sounds about how I used to play the game. I used to tell people to uninstall, but guys, I promise I'm a better person now. But yeah, it's boring to hear that shit, right? Coming from someone, and it makes you get a lot of tilt. So before we go into watch, I just want to say that muting everyone is a great tip. I haven't been tilt on Overwatch for like over a week now. It's like over a week ago I decided to just mute everyone. I never in voice chat, never have text chat on. Now you could say that would hurt my competitive performance, but I think it's better to do that and to have fun and actually be able to win games, because I don't get tilted and I'm not affected by what other people think. It's very easy for other people to come in and say like, oh, pick this hero, why are you playing that? And you switch and you're garbage at this hero, but they say because, they counter and everything. I think muting everyone is just fine. It's much better to have a fun time with your friend and just not mute everyone. You're just gonna be arguing this person and you, and you're gonna get nothing out of it. No one is gonna change their mind, and you're just gonna get mad, play worse. And this about having less healing than a mercy and less healing than stats don't really matter. I mean, they matter to some degree, but if like, okay, you had less healing than a mercy, that doesn't really tell us anything. But if you had like 2k healing in 10 minutes, that tells us something, right? Maybe, or 2k damage as a DPS in 10 minutes, that tells us something, right? Oh, maybe you are not doing anything actually, or maybe the death stats. But saying, oh, you have less healing than a mercy doesn't really mean anything, right? So ignore this bullshit he's throwing at you. And he also says here, what should I do better to climb back? It feels like I'm getting worse the more I play and can't pick out anything particular myself. So hopefully we can help this dude. I'll send him the link afterwards, after I've done this video obviously, and I hope this can help a lot of other people as well. And I've taken away the outlines so it's more like realistic, so we can see what he sees, So it's Secret Real, unfortunate. Yeah, we're trying to pump some damage here. That's good. I like it's good the way you started, right? You start with trying to pump some damage, not just looking to heal. Tries to go for a sleep. That's a good way to do it. Could have stayed there to shoot a bit. Here, you're making a big mistake, first of all. Like, this is not something that's losing you the game necessarily, but you just didn't shot your reset that was full HP, which you could have aimed to take some damage instead. What you would want to do here, I don't want to nitpick so much, but yeah, you could have went forward and tried to angle more. You see, you can't see any enemies by doing that, so you can't put any pressure except for healing. Like, you and your mercy just healing full HP Orisa. Try to put some damage, like here. Your wrist is almost full HP all the time, so you should try to look for an angle, go more right, and try to pump some damage into the enemy team. See if you can get something. Of course, you can't really pick this corner here right now. Stop heal botting so much. Stop trying to heal Orisa so much. She's almost always full HP, and she doesn't need to. Let's keep watching here. I want to see here, you're standing very far. You see how far ahead you're standing? You're standing like beside your Orisa. Watch this, wait. Watch this. This is where you're standing, and this is where your Orisa is standing. This is so close. There is, if she walked forward a bit and just spinned into this room, you would be dead, right? Or she spinned in here and spin in the corner you here. You shouldn't, as Anna, be standing this far. You are not the front line, essentially, you understand? You should be more back here, but try to look more to the right here to try to get an angle. But if you're standing here, that's more safe. That's a lot more safe. Or if you're just standing like back here behind the car, you can peek behind the car and shoot the cast, deny him space. Because shooting at the Orisa doesn't really... If you can't... Here's the thing you should know. If you can't shoot anything else but the tank, then you should shoot the tank. But if the Cassidy is an available target, you always shoot him. But so, first of all, even if this is not... You're not losing because of this right now, this is something you should think of. Don't stand so far ahead, close to your tank. You have a sniper rifle. Okay, we keep just putting heals here. Try to hit our nades and shit, but kind of just wasted him. Do you see what gets you killed here? Let me show you. Let me show you what gets you killed there. It's very obvious. You are walking extremely close to their Orisa. Extremely close, extremely close. So yeah, here, you could have played this corner. You could have played this corner, but you could have played it here, right? It's still a corner. You could have played it here. You could have played it here. It's a bit farther away from the this corner because the Orisa, as you see, could just rush you up. Now, another thing is that you could have actually, when you won this battle and shit, gone high ground and taken high ground, making it even better for you. Standing here, you see, you're trying to push so far forward, right? And once again, I'm not saying you're the reason you lost this game. I'm just saying you're the only one that you can affect in this game, so we should only focus on you and how you can do better. Don't be the front line. Don't be the front line. You're constantly trying to be the front line here for some reason. Don't. Either go up and take this place or play more. Take this angle. Take this angle, you know. Play safe. Let's keep watching here. You die here, unfortunately. Let's see. You're trying to heal all the time. Okay, everyone has full HP. Now should... Okay. Now should not be a time for healing. When everyone has full HP, when no one is really critical, it's not the time for healing. It's time for doing damage. This is why some of your games will feel like it's just random. You don't know, okay, some games we roll, some games we don't steamroll, it just feels random, right? It's because you're relying on your teammates to be good by healing them constantly. So if you have good teammates that can actually get kills and you heal them constantly, they will get kills and you will win the game. But if you get bad teammates, the opposite will happen and you will just get rolled and you will be like, yeah, I'm doing everything in my power. And by doing damage, you're indirectly healing your teammates because you're putting pressure on the enemy team, which means they have to focus their resources somewhere else. For example, you're shooting McCree, he's gonna get low, he's gonna back off, he's gonna try to shoot you. You're shooting now suddenly their Ana needs to heal their McCree, which means their Orisa can't get healed, so she can be as aggressive on your Orisa. It's all about putting pressure, and you healing a full HP Orisa is not putting out any pressure. No pressure at all. Now you're once again walking forward. You see this? You are in front of your tank. You are in front of your tank. You don't want this position to happen, right? Who are they gonna shoot now if they shoot? You know, a tank's job is to soak up damage. But who's gonna soak up damage here? Where's the positioning? You are playing in front of your tank. You should be playing behind your tank. Did you die here? I would guess the Kree doesn't hit you. No. You switch places. Good. A nice sleep here. Now it's okay to heal her. Because she's critical. But now we should look for damage. No reason to heal her. And I hope this was just some funny troll, because this was the most useless play nade I've ever seen. But I assume it was like, okay, we won the point. I will assume that. But never throw your nade like that. Now what you should be doing here is go here. Stay on the, get on the stairs and shoot them. Do damage. Put out pressure. Don't let them get organized and have everything nice and tidy up and let them get space. You're letting them get space here. Go to the stairs and peek, and when you see they're going towards you, you back and shoot. You go back and shoot. But right now you're giving them space by just not contesting anything. Here Sombra comes. Yeah, I mean, good nade to prevent getting killed. Okay, so we keep pushing here. And yeah, you're doing a good job here, but you're, as I said, not trying to do any damage. You're constantly just healing him. You're healing him here. You could look for a kill on there's someone low there in the back. You could have damaged them. Now is a great opportunity. They're all anti. Okay. So yeah. When they're anti or when they are full HP, you need to be putting out damage, and not on their tank. Put out damage on the people in their backline. Someone you can see. Oh, we can't see the Summer, right? Because she's invincible, but we can see her now. For example, here, okay, you're going for that. There's no one better to shoot, actually. So here's a Kate shooter. Okay, not too bad. The first round, but I know it's not this round you lose, and your team did pretty good. But what you can see from this is you're standing too far ahead, too close to your tank, and you're not dealing damage, and you're not taking wide angles. You're not standing far behind when peeking corners. You're standing very close, so it's very easy for people to come up to you and kill you. But you're a sniper, remember? You can use the distance. Okay, we're doing some damage here. I would say though, this isn't a good position. Why? For the people watching in Silver and Gold, why wouldn't this be a good position, right, to be in as an Ana? Comment below. Well, why is this not a good position to be in, right? You're a sniper, right? Why are you standing 3 meters behind your tank? You could be standing up here. I know you kind of want to deal damage here, but this is not. They could very easily rush you down here. You should be standing up here. Or you could be standing here. Obviously you don't get the same angle then, but standing 3 meters from your tank is not ideal with Ana. Stand up here, try to heal, deal some damage, look for people trying to contest here and here, and try to punish them. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're backing, we're standing here now. Now, I still think this is too close. We don't really win anything by standing here, right? By standing here, we don't really win anything. We could be standing even further back. We could be looking to use this car as cover. Or we could be, you know, we could be standing further back here. The car maybe is not the best place. You can't really see anything then. But I mean, we could stand further back. We could stand up here. Like, just be out of the Sigma's range. Just be out of everyone's range. Here is a good place. You can use this as cover. You still can, because do you see how much you see here? Do you see how much you see? You see this? You could easily be standing here. And you see more, right? You see even more. Of course, you don't see your game then, but he can get healed by your mercy, or he can just run up to you. But you see, you can play here. We can play here. We don't need to play here. We're not a limited range. Let's keep watching, see what happens. Since we are up here, we want to use the. Now you're going forward again. I know this isn't live coaching. He's not here to hear me, but oh my god, very dangerous here. Very dangerous. What you're doing here? Look here. He's going into this room. Very dangerous. Could easily get picked off there. Yeah, you just keep healing, just shooting random. Your Risa, okay, this is not kind of your fault, but I mean, you could have put out more pressure. This is why healing don't always work as well, because you will just heal someone that is doomed to die. Because they have such a poor positioning, your healing won't matter. They will die either way. So it's better in some situations to just deal out damage. Because if you deal out damage, they can't pressure your tank as much. Now your Risa kind of fed here. I don't know what she really did here. But if you were up here, you could easily pressure away. Let's see here. Who could you have pressured? You could easily pressure the Moira. The Sen could easily have died here. Or you could have pressured the Moira or anyone. You could have pressured the whole team and they would have to focus on something else. And you could have healed your Orisa, of course. But instead, we just stood back here. And just... by the way, this nade was so unnecessary. Hey, remember, everything is critique. I'm not trying to hate on you here. You tried to sleep the Sombra. Fair enough. Why nade? Why do we nade a Orisa that's almost full HP? You know, a nade, you should use it more offensive, by the way. You could have used it to throw in their backline here to make them anti-heal. That will put off pressure, right? Imagine their whole team getting anti-naded. Like, you could at least get like 3 people anti-naded here. Imagine how much pressure you put on them. Imagine how much they will back off and not deal damage to Orisa. So now we don't have nade here when she actually needs it, which is unfortunate. Standing too far ahead once again. Do you see where you are? You are the front line. Why is the sniper the front line? I know you don't have a front line now, but you were too close to the enemy team. Here's a thing you should know. When they walk forward, you walk backward. But are you walking backward here? Let's watch this. This was a very crucial segment in your team's match, obviously, because you lost here. When they walk forward, you walk backward. But here, for some reason, you decided to stay. Immediately when you guys lose your tank, it's obviously they're gonna walk forward. They're walking forward from the second you lose your tank. Walk backward. Backward. If they walk forward, you walk backward and you'll do damage. If someone is watching awkward, you know, that's what he's saying. But it's true. Once again, use the corner here. Use the corner, yeah. Holy shit. Here we're not really thinking with our abilities, I feel like. Yeah. You should also start thinking before using your abilities. Watch this. Okay, the sleep here is actually, I will give it, it's okay. You know, you tried to predict that she was gonna walk there. That's fair enough. Then the nade here, I guess you tried to hit her. But okay, so what we need to do is start focusing when we're throwing, not just throw blindly. I know you wanted to hit the Sombra there, but don't just press E as fast as you can. You know, actually think before doing it. Okay, how should I throw this so it will hit her? Should I throw more to the left? You know, think a bit. I know this will start to become a reflex. This will start to get more easily later when you've tried it many times, but you need to be doing it. You need to think before throwing your nades, because otherwise you would just keep throwing bad nades every time. You need to think about, okay, how do I throw this so it hit there? And we switch to Brig here. As Brig, we just want to keep our inspire uptime as much as possible. Why are you in the front line? A lot of people, and this was me as well when I play Brig, we see that the Brig has a shield and we immediately think, holy shit, we can stand in the front line with her. She's tanky, you know, we can run at people. She's not. Let's hear. Okay, so with Brig, I would just say you want to keep your Inspire uptime. You want to have Inspire active as long as possible. You want to use your whip to trigger it and just punch to trigger it as well. Yeah, I mean, once again. Let's watch this. Who's in the front line here? Who's in the front line here? Why are you in the front line? And another thing I will say, watch this. Fingers, if you're watching this, watch this. This is a crucial part on Brig. Why use a shield bash? If you guys are watching this on silver and you know everything, answer me why shield bash here was bad, right? It's important a lot. You answer, you think for yourself before me telling. Think for yourself. Why was that shield bash bad there? Why would you never want to do that? Because shield bash should be used an escape ability like 99% of the times, or a movement ability to get somewhere. Here we are in the Sigma's face. Our shield bash doesn't really do anything. Sure, we slow him, but we don't stun him. It's not stun anymore. It's not stun anymore. We slow him, and we could really easily have been killed there. But we should use it when we try to escape somewhere. The shield bash there didn't do shit. It just wasted a cooldown. If they were actually good, they would just say, okay, bring no shield bash, and they would just rush you down and kill you, essentially. That's what they would have done, because you have no way of escaping. It just slows and deals some damage. Not significant damage, just some damage. Use it to escape, and don't be the front line. Stand behind your Orisa. Try to be behind your Orisa. Now we jump down here. Okay, so let's see what we're doing here. Here we're jumping down. I don't see where we're jumping down here. We are very squishy. We are a very squishy hero. And you still don't have your shield bash, right? Oh yeah, you have. You use it for... Okay, you use it for her. Yeah, I would say first of all, don't use it on Sombra. Use it to get away. But second of all, why are you guys jumping down here? There's no reason for you to jump down. You're just giving up high ground. And I mean, you're not gonna get anyone in your team to follow. And you are acting as the front line here again. Play with your team. Your Orisa was backing up. You should have been backing up as well. Don't assume that teammates are always making the right calls, because you're in the same rank and in the same lobby for a reason. So don't assume that they will always be making the right calls. Otherwise, they would be high rank. Okay, now we want to get behind our tank. Okay, we ult here. I would say this is not a great way to use your ult. You could have died there pretty easily. Now it's good your team followed up on that, but could have very easily in a competitive game not happened. And once again, did you see what you did there? But it worked out here. But I wouldn't say you should do this. You should play behind your Orisa here, because you could have very easily died. Just because you have 350 HP doesn't mean... I mean, it was 4 people watching. You could have easily died. You should have went right and go behind your Orisa. When you have your ult, is the only time you should use shield bash more aggressively, right? Because now you have suddenly a stun and you have a lot more HP. But otherwise, don't. Now we want to look to trigger our... Yeah, good. Trigger our Inspire. I forgot to mention this a lot. Trigger our Inspire. Now that was... What did you do there? What did the person do here? Shield bash the Sombra. I mean the shield bash the Symmetra, right? Let's see here also if you would have lived there. Wait. Okay, wait, you get hacked. Okay, you kinda wouldn't have lived either way, I guess. But yeah, you're seeing why you're dying here, right? Why are you dying here? It's pretty obvious, right? Wait, we have a... Did you see? You are in the front line, but your tank is there. And you use your shield bash to shield bash the enemy sim. That's what's getting you killed, man. You're not triggering Inspire here. You're using shield bash, yeah. So, what you did wrong here was very obvious. You should have just tried to trigger your Inspire by not using your shield bash. Use your whip, use your swing, just swing around the corner and try to hit one person, activate your Inspire, and also try to look to use your whip at people who overextend people who, and punish them, right? But you're not activating your Inspire enough. We want the Inspire to be up as much as possible because it has a really big healing aura. Okay, let's see here. Nice, you dodged out, that's good. Now we could look to... kill the Sun here, I would say. Let's see Sun here. We could have whipped him. Okay. Yeah. The Sun would have died here actually. Now you died to a lot of other things as well, but you could have easily whipped the Sun here. Yeah, you forgot to use your whip. Your whip does like 70 to 85 damage. Try to kill him. But otherwise, I mean, you could try to get out I think you would have died either way here because of the samurai cleanup and everything. Either way, you could have either gone for killing the Sen because he was totally out of position, or you could have gone for just running away, backing up, trying to regroup, because it looked lost either way. But here, let's see. Nice, we rally, we go forward. Now we can actually go forward, right? It's a lone Sigma. Okay. Same as the last time. Why do we die? Where is our tank? And where is you? You are 10 meters ahead of your tank. Let's see here. Don't try to... No. In this situation, I know... Here's the thing. We humans, for some reason, love to... When we commit a little bit, we want to full commit. We want to go in all the time. That's why we use shield bash. That's why it's so natural to use shield bash, right? We start swinging at someone and we just want to go closer in. But doing less by going back is actually doing more. You're staying alive by putting pressure, and you can get out more heal. If you go back, swing someone at the Sigma, and then keep up your inspire, deal some damage, and play around maybe this pillar here, you get a lot more value. But instead, we just kind of rush in, trying to kill the sim, but obviously not gonna work. I mean, this should have played more safely. Played around the corner behind me here. Could have used this to your advantage. Of course, you can't contest really. You could have used here, but your Genji entries could have contested. Like, look at this. You would have been alive now if you would have maybe gone here, played around this corner, swing at the Sigma, maybe whip this guy. And when you see he's low, I mean, you could technically, if you whipped him here and he got low, you could probably go in and shield bash in and kill him, and then help your team because you would probably win this fight. But instead, you go for the. Maybe you do win. I don't know. I don't think you do win, right? Yeah. But instead you went in and just died for some reason. Because we want to move forward, right? I get it. I totally get it. Now, I'm actually gonna end this video right here. Because they keep going because it gets overtime, right? But the video becomes so long. So I'm actually ending it here. The same things will apply to the other character. He switches to BAP and shit. So the things you're doing is you're using your abilities for no reason, and you're using them very poorly by just, not thinking before using them. And specifically on like Brigitte was shield bashing into teammates, but on BAP you're using your healing around you every time. That ability that heals everyone around you, use it for no reason. The same kind of with immortality. Also, you're being way in the front. You're being way too far in the front. That's like the most basic thing you should focus on first. You're being so close to your tank. Stand further back. Try to deal more damage. That's the things I would say to you to improve.